It says, thank you for your explanation of the four judgments. The recent Sabbath school class, I have studied all and printed the materials and heard the seminar presented on the subject on your website. I find it extremely helpful and rejoicing about the healing reality in our hearts. I would like to clarify the timing of the fourth judgment when considering it, or a determination apparently needs to be made on who is not ready to go to heaven. So the fourth judgment, you are correct, it is my understanding, is the great white throne judgment, which happens at the end of the 1,000 years. And that is not a judgment that determines who goes to heaven and who doesn't. What determines who goes to heaven and who doesn't is the actual condition of the people themselves. When we choose to accept Christ and experience his healing, we are transformed such that we are able to live in God's presence. Those who hardened our heart against him, when Jesus comes in his unveiled glory at the second coming, it says the wicked are destroyed by the brightness of his coming. The righteous are not destroyed by the brightness of his coming. It's the same brightness. And so it is not a legal, forensic, judicial review of facts and records. It is self-determining by the condition of the people. Those who have been restored to love and trust, and Jesus unveils his life-giving glory of love and trust, we thrive, love in it, and are invigorated by the rivers of fire that come out from his throne, as described in Daniel 9, 10,000 times 10,000s and thousands live in this fire. But those who hate truth, who hate love, who love lies, who love selfishness, cannot tolerate the life-giving glory of God, and they are consumed in that fire at the second coming. And that is the distinction or the differentiation. It becomes self-evident. Those who can live there, live there. Those who can't, don't. You get a little glimpse of this when Nadab and Abihu took unauthorized fire into the sanctuary back, I think it's around Numbers chapter 10 or something like that. And it says, fire came out from the Lord and consumed them, and they died before the Lord. And the next verse, Moses sends the cousins in, and they drag them out, quote, still in their tunics. So this is a fire that consumed them, but it did not char them or burn off their clothing. This is not the fire of combustion. And so the differentiation of who goes to heaven and who doesn't, the judgment that determines that is the first judgment, which is our judgment of God. Do we judge him trustworthy and thereby open our hearts to him and receive salvation, or we judge him untrustworthy and thereby put our trust in legal mechanics or other systems of appeasement and sacrifice or falsehood or rejection of God altogether, and therefore harden our hearts against him? That judgment determines who's there. What reveals who made that judgment is at the second coming, when the life-giving glory of God is revealed, and then at the great white throne judgment, that is also revealed again when the fires of Christ's glory go down through the city, out through the gates, and over the land, and those who are outside the city again suffer in those flames of truth and love.